Here's a man that everybody is going to enjoy meeting. He's Roy M. Cohn, who is confidential assistant to the United States Attorney General in this area, Irving H. Sapool. And of course, they've been very busy prosecuting the communists and Communist Party. How are you, Roy?
How are you, Jack?
I'm telling people out there how very busy you have been and on your way sort of to a semi-rest, as it were, after prosecuting the various red echelons in this country.
Well, the job isn't quite over yet, and I think the best token of that is I have a suitcase full of Marxist, Leninist, Stalinist literature with me.
You know, you've been, you go way back, actually. You're a very young fellow, but at the same time, I know you go way back because I think you were in on the Remington deal.
I tried part of that case.
Yeah, this Dashiell Hammett business, and of course all the various Communist Party members who are being prosecuted at the moment. What can you tell us, Roy, that we might not know from general newspaper coverage of the workings of the party in this country? What can we watch for as individual citizens?
Well, of course, the one thing we have to understand at the outset is that the Communist Party is not a political party. It's a criminal conspiracy. Its object is, as has been established by the verdict of a jury, the overthrow of the government of the United States by force and violence as soon as the right time arrives. In the meantime, plans are being made, that day comes, and the Communist Party's most important work is that of espionage in behalf of the Soviet Union, which means that it infiltrates our government, defense plans, every important place possible in order to steal information from us and give it to the Soviet Union. That has been established by the verdict of some juries in this district during this year.
Have you found that they really have an efficient common form here, a higher headquarters that directs the party throughout the United States and its various workings?
Well, I have no doubt that the orders come directly from Moscow, and I think that they're transmitted in a rather efficient way, if we can characterize something as terrible as that as being efficient.
How come, Roy, that to our way of thinking, so many people of the, shall we say, the upper strata of society become involved?
Well, I don't know if there are so many people. I guess that there are some in the so-called upper strata who are involved. I think that it's a great tribute to the average American citizen that the great body of American citizens has been the strongest bulwark in this country for years against communism. And it's been the one group which the communists could never touch. I think that some people in the so-called upper stratas who think that they're a little smarter than they actually are fall to some of this communist double talk and are fooled by the public statements of the Communist Party, which are then the constant references to the Constitution and civil liberties, which are used by this organization which wants to destroy civil liberties as a cover-up for the day when it can, by violent revolution, destroy our democratic government and institute the worst type dictatorship this world has ever known.
Do you think that our very active prosecution in the last year has helped to materially cripple the workings of the party?
I think it has helped immeasurably. I think that the work of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, work of the Department of Justice in jailing as many of these people as didn't run off and jump bail, and the new indictment and the prosecution of communist leaders in this district has been the worst blow the Communist Party has suffered. And I disagree most strongly with some people who say it doesn't do any good. I think if these people are made to understand that, like any other criminals, when they violate our laws, they will be punished, that will have a strong deterrent effect. And I think that the death sentence imposed by Judge Irving R. Kaufman and the Adams spy trial had a very strong deterrent effect. I think it's been a very good year on the anti-communist front in this country.
How about the executive or the higher echelon coming in to replace these people? Do they have enough people of that caliber to keep up the workings of the party as we jail them?
Well, the second string isn't as good as the first string, I suppose, and the third string isn't as good as the second string, and I think we've made a real dent in the leadership of the Communist Party.
Like a football team.
I think that's a good example.
Roy, thank you very much for
Nice
chatting with us, and have a good trip now.